As usual, we're going to start off here on deck 6 of the Carnival Celebration. Here we see Cloud9 Spa. Back there are the treatment rooms. And across the other side here, now we're not going to go in here this time like we did on Mardi Gras tour, but this is your fitness center back there where a bunch of machines, ellipticals, treadmills, anything you can possibly want. A few stats here in the Carnival Celebration as we walk down the elevator hallway. In the front, it's 183,521 gross tons, 1,130 feet in length, 5,374 guests, and a little over 1,700 crew members. You see to the left here is the Punchliner Comedy Club. It's where you're going to have your comedians. Now they do PG-rated shows during the day, and R-rated shows are usually later towards the evening. It's another look into the Punchliner from the side. And they do have bar service in there as well, so feel free to sit down and have a drink while you're there. And coming up here on this side is the Piano Bar 88. Not a place that I typically go into, but recently I've started going there for the later nights, and some of the pianists are very good. So definitely give it a try if you haven't been there before. And walking up in here to Grand Central, you're going to have Java Blue Cafe, which is where you'll get your specialty coffees, milkshakes. They have spiked milkshakes and coffees as well. Now the Grand Central area is 3 decks high, and this is where you're going to have center stage that you can see back there in the distance. They'll have a bunch of shows, some great playlist production shows there in the evenings. And of course, next to pretty much any theater or stage, you're going to have a bar. This is the Tropicali Bar. And again, we'll walk around this area here to get a little bit of a better look at center stage. And when we bring kids on the cruise with us, they're all professional duck hunters. So if you haven't looked for ducks on the cruise ship, you're missing out. A lot of people bring ducks, hide them, and a lot of times you'll find them in these chairs and tables around this Grand Central area towards center stage. And we'll go to the right here and we see the Rolls Royce that they have on display. If you're into old classic cars, stay behind the ropes there, but take a look at the car. And cherry on top for the kids is the candy store. If you don't want to spend a bunch of money, keep your kids out of there. And as we walk towards into the area that's called the Gateway, we'll have the Golden Jubilee. Now this is a bar and a lounge area on the other side. If you're into models, here's a huge model of the Carnival Celebration. And if you get up close there, take a look at some of the detail of that thing. Spectacular. And straight ahead back that way you'll see is the Carnivale restaurant, which is where you'll have your assigned seating, early and late dining times. As we cross over onto the starboard side of the ship, which is the right side if you're looking towards the front, you're going to have some of the fun shops. You have hip fish here on both sides. And walking back through further into the gateway, you have the staircase on the left there, which is a great picture spot for those elegant nights. and the Latitudes bar, which has the old train station flip signs. And they will do an event here a couple times on each cruise. It'll be called Let's Celebrate, and they'll allow you to put your names, what you're celebrating, and stuff like that up on the board. Emerald's Bistro, $13.97 here on the right. If you haven't tried it, it is an additional cost, but the beignets in the morning here are excellent. And if you look up and to the left, you see the windows and the display on top that change colors throughout the day. Another nice feature, make these Excel class ships a little bit more classy. And another staircase where a lot of photos are taken and constantly being cleaned to see all the beveled glass on the back, and makes for great pictures on Elegant Night. Carnival Kitchen, they'll have cooking classes and such in the Carnival Kitchen. And all the way here at the back is the Festivale restaurant, which is where you'll have your time dining, which for your time you'll check in on the Carnival Hub app, and it'll tell you when your seat's ready. Now we're up to Deck 7 in the back, in the aft of the ship. Again at the Festivale restaurant. It is 2 levels, and plenty of seating for pretty much anybody. There's not usually a long wait time here after you check in, but on Elegant Nights it can be a little bit more packed, so get in early. Park West Gallery, which is your art gallery. Some people enjoy buying art on board, and they will ship it to your home afterwards. One of our favorite specialty restaurants, Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. The steaks are excellent, and if you go on the first night, ask for your free bottle of wine as well. And here we are again, second level, heading in towards the gateway, where I mentioned the windows here on the right that change colors throughout the day. If you like your cocktails strong, here's the place to be. Alchemy Bar, which is on most ships now, even the older ones, which they've been retrofitted to have the Alchemy Bar. Limelight Lounge is what you'll see through the doors ahead of you. There's 2 entrances. One is the one we just saw, and if we make a left up here in this hallway, there's another entrance there as well. But it is pretty small, so if there's an event that you want to get to in there, get in line early. And here it is on the other side of the stairwell, is the other entrance here of the Limelight Lounge. We'll take a quick peek into part of the non-smoking section of the casino on Carnival Celebration, but we'll get to that a little bit later as we move further ahead on Deck 7. And Deck 7 here also has some fun shops. To the right here, you're going to see Portside Liquor and Tobacco, where you can buy cigarettes and your liquor. Remember though, if you purchase alcohol there, they will hold it until the end of the cruise. Straight ahead again is more of the non-smoking area of the casino. But first we'll take a look out here on Deck 7, looking over center stage. There's that casino again. Now the casino on this ship, the non-smoking area, is much larger than the smoking section. So that is still all non-smoking area of this casino. And to the left here, you're going to see the Aquaria bar with some really neat wall hangings there. Again, very colorful. And we mentioned duck hunting before. So as you can see when I'm coming up here, found a little duck here sitting on the edge. And that'll be going into my kids' collection. And now we'll take you through a quick trip to the casino. We're not going to focus on it much because I do have a complete video of just the casino area. So if you like going in the casino, take a look at that on my channel as well. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was another duck sitting there on the edge of the machine. We go back and grab again for the kids' collection. And this is part of the smoking side of this casino. And it's really only until you hit the bar area and down the side of the ship that we just passed. And a nice thing about this casino is it does have a bar. There are some casinos on some Carnival ships that do not have a bar now either. But this is basically just a mirror image of the other side. But this is still the non-smoking side. The smoking side we'll take a peek into a little bit after we get out of this section of the casino. And straight ahead here is the Grand Spectrum Theater. Now it is multi-levels. It can fit a ton of people in the Grand Spectrum Theater, and there will be another entrance up here towards our left. And straight ahead will be some bathrooms. If you're playing in the casino, those are the bathrooms you're going to want to use. And again, like I mentioned, a quick look into the smoking side of the Empress Casino. Alright, take you up to Deck 8 now. On Deck 8, we're going to find a few more specialty restaurants. You have your Havana staterooms, back those two hallways, and if you're booked in a Havana stateroom, children must be 12 years or older, and you have special access to the Havana area. If you like this video, please subscribe, check out my other videos, and give me a call if you want the best rate on cruises at 980-224-2207. One of our favorite restaurants here, which is actually included for your first dinner, is Chabang. It's a Mexican and Chinese inspired cuisine. And we'll take a look at the Havana bar. Now you don't have to be booked in a Havana stateroom like I mentioned with the other Havana area. The Havana bar area is for any guests. And this is Pixel's Dream Studio, so if you want to set up an appointment to have pictures taken, go to the Dream Studio and they'll help you set something up. Now as we get back in here to the Grand Central area on Deck 8, which is the top floor of this area, you have your steps down that way to go into the casino, or just down to Deck 7. A couple more specialty restaurants. First is Bonsai Teppanyaki, which is a live hibachi show, and Bonsai Sushi as well. Got a little bit more of the fun shops here. This is Effie and Front Street Watches. A lot of designer watches and designer jewelry. And remember, this is all duty-free, so you're not paying taxes on it. And as we work towards the other side of the Grand Central area, around center stage, we're going to go into the Pixels Gallery. You see a bunch of tablets, and over on the walls, so you can actually put in your information to see all the pictures that have been taken of you throughout the trip. If you're a gold, platinum, or diamond member, that's where you get your pin, and for diamond and platinum guests, your free gifts as well. And the pixels area on this ship is pretty large because they do get quite a few people in here. They'll have some setups here on the right during those elegant nights to take photos as well. The next section we're going into here is 820 Biscayne. For any of you facts nerds out there, 820 Biscayne was the original address of Carnival corporate headquarters. Another specialty dining restaurant, Cucina del Capitano. Again, Excel class ships have this free for your first time, and just like Chibang, it's $8 for your second dinners there, but also free for lunches. To the left, people standing there at bar 820. Now this is early in the morning, and they do specialty coffees there as well, if the line at Java Blue Cafe is long. The hot spot here is the Miami Slice pizza place. One of our favorites is the Quattro Formaggi. It's a 4-cheese pizza, and that's pretty much all I get it at Miami Slice or any of the pizza places on the Carnival ships. And Deco Deli. Doesn't look like a whole lot, but pretty much every sandwich that you can get at the Deco Deli is excellent. Take a quick look at the staircase again that we saw down on deck 7. We're not going to go down there, we're going to stick on this level. But I wanted to give you another view of one of the 2 staircases they have there. Another specialty dining restaurant is Rudy's Sea Grill. If you're jonesing for some seafood, check out Rudy's. Look into Carnival Adventures. If you don't have any excursions booked, you want to know a little bit more about them, go take a look in Carnival Adventures and I'll tell you everything that's available. If you have any issues or just want to know anything else about the ship, here's guest services, and they can be a big help. Now there's 2 lines. One is a standard line, and the other one is for Diamond, Platinum, Suite guests, and Faster to the Fun. This area here of the ship has the Carnival store, so anything Carnival branded, and it's called Summer Landing. You'll see a lot of sporting events. There's lots of TVs around this area. Guy's Pig and Anchor, which also has a bar, and here's the Heroes Tribute Lounge. And of course, one of the self-serve ice cream spots. And this is the area that kind of takes over for Ocean Plaza on other ships. And they do have all the trivia events. You see shuffleboard, foosball. Over here in this corner is where they hold a lot of other events during the day as well. And pro tip here is, if you want to try the buffet in the morning, but you don't want to stand in line, fight the crowds, straight ahead there you see people in line. Much smaller line for any buffet items. Well, not any at all, but they do have a limited buffet. But pretty much anything that you could want for something simple. And if you've been on Carnival before, you know there's always people cleaning up all throughout the day, but especially the morning. I didn't want to bug this lady and make those doors open for her while she was cleaning. Carnival staff does do a great job and always very friendly. And here's Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue. This is only open on sea days. They do have pulled pork, some brisket, macaroni and cheese, collard greens. Pretty much a barbecue menu for those sea days. We're not going to go too far back there, but there's a seating area and such back down that side of the outside of the ship. And coming around the back here is what's called the patio area, where they do have a pool, some lounge chairs around. If you want to jump in the pool and you don't want to fight bigger crowds, this pool back here on the patio at the back of deck 8 is a spot to try. Now the Excel class ships are a little bit wider than some of the other ones, so you can tell it takes us a little bit longer to get there if you've been on some of the smaller Carnival ships. And back here on the patio there are a couple whirlpools. And coming up here to a smaller bar, it's not open all the time, but this bar here is called the watering hole. Again, if you're enjoying this video, please like it and subscribe for more updates for ship tours, cabin tours, pretty much anything about cruising. And you'll see they have some cornhole boards out there on the side, outside the watering hole, and usually not a lot of people there, so take advantage. You'll see a few people sitting out here in the mornings, it's grabbing their cup of coffee and coming out here just to hang out. You'll see bar 820 that we saw inside before does have an outside bar as well. So people will grab their coffee from bar 820 and come out here on the deck to sit down. And just past bar 820 here is one of the smoking sections on Carnival Celebration. So we'll take a quick walk through here, and you tend to see a lot of the same people out in the smoking sections of the ships and meet a lot of new friends back this way. Now if you're not a smoker, I'd suggest not getting a deck above this area for your balconies up on deck 9 or 10. Now we're jumping up here to deck 16 and headed out towards the beach pool. Remember to like this video and subscribe for more updates on anything cruising. Cabin tours, ship tours, anything related to cruising. And remember, I've always got the guaranteed best rates on cruises, whether it's on the Carnival Celebration, Carnival Cruise Line, or any other cruise line out there. Give me a call at 980-224-2207. As we walk through the automatic doors here out into the beach pool area on deck 16, Lido deck, we come to a whirlpool and seafood shack here, which is an additional cost as well. A lot of people like here street eats if you want to grab a quick plate of thyme fries, steam dream, and mad sizzle. Mad Sizzle is going to be like fajita dishes. Steam Dream will have your dumplings, and Thyme Fries have a bunch of different fry dishes. We like the Philly cheesesteak fries, is our favorite. And across the other side of Lido deck here, you're going to have the Blue Iguana Cantina. Again, another tip for breakfast. They have some great breakfast burritos and not usually a long line, and tacos and burritos for lunch, and have a full salsa bar here as well. And a little seating area going down the side of the ship here on Lido deck that is covered. So in the afternoon when the sun's blazing, grab a spot to sit down and eat here underneath the enclosure here, so you're not out in the sun baking. And a new feature on the Excel class ships here is the Red Frog Tiki Bar. This is the lower level of the Tiki Bar, and it does get packed during the day when people are sitting around the pool. And later on in the video, we'll see Deck 17, the second level of the Tiki Bar. And a place they have on pretty much every Carnival ship is Lido Marketplace. Now we only go down one side of this usually, but it is pretty much a mirror image of this side down on the other side here as well. And this is where you're going to find your buffet omelet stations in the morning. They have some fresh fruit. But again, beware, a little bit later in the morning, this place is going to be packed. If you're here with your family, send one person to go get a seat. It may take a little bit to get your seat, but be patient, and then go and get your food once the rest of the family gets back and finds you at the spot that you found. And you see it is a little bit larger on this ship if you've been on some of the smaller Carnival ships. And when it gets busy, they'll have all of these sections open with the buffet, but at times that it's not that busy, they'll only have a few of the sections open. As you see on the right there, that one's not currently being used, but they do have food there in the one at the left. Here you'll have your free coffee, juices in the morning, and a self-serve soda machine all day long as well. And we work our way back towards the rear of the ship now. And we go through these doors. You're going to come to the Tides pool and the Tides bar area. And also a new feature on the Excel class ships is Shaq's Big Chicken. They also do have breakfast sandwiches here and some omelets in the morning. And I like the new Excel class ships, how they do have a lot of different options for morning food and not just the buffet or the dining room. If you haven't had Shaq's Chicken, nice big chicken sandwiches there. Definitely give it a try. Look into the Tides pool area, and there's a pool in the middle, flanked by two whirlpools, one on each side. And as I mentioned, the Tides bar as well. And that bar will get pretty busy as the day goes on. And also, we didn't really take a look, but back in that corner there was another ice cream machine. And we're going to go up here to Deck 17 here quickly. This is another smoking area on the Carnival Celebration. And this one is just this area here, and a little bit down the side, up until where you see that partition that goes across in the front. And we're going to speed it up a little bit here, because you don't have a whole lot but seating areas down this whole side of the ship. And we'll slow it down again here so you get a view of the pool area from the Lido deck up on Deck 17. And then for the next few minutes, we're going to jump down between 17 and 18, so you can go up to 18 and see the adults only area called the Serenity deck. Now, if you're just a person that likes to relax, there's a bunch of lounge chairs up here where you can overlook the main beach pool. And it's not typically that crowded up in this area. And kids are still allowed in this section, so don't be afraid to bring them up here. But as we go past the partition here, we're going to enter into the Serenity area, which is adults only. Okay, now that we're in Serenity, you're going to see on the left side here, there is a whirlpool for the adults. And there are a bunch of clamshell loungers and lounge chairs all around the front of the Serenity area on this ship as well. And again, we're going to speed it up a little bit because it does go all the way around the front of the ship. And we'll stop it here real quick, back to normal speed, so you can see the Serenity bar. And they do have a sunken area there for seating, and an adults only pool there as well. And let's get back to speeding it up around the front. And now that we're to the other side of the ship here, we'll take a look back into the Serenity pool area. And there's another spot there called Fresh Creations, which is a fresh salad bar. And if you see all the yellow towels around this area, those are from the spa, or if you have a spot and you're staying in a Cloud 9 spa cabin. And again, we're leaving Serenity area here now, so kids are back allowed in this area. And we're going to go here and visit back down onto deck 17 and head back around to the rear of the ship again, to where we get into the kids section. And here we are back down on the deck 17, overlooking the beach pool area on Lido deck 16. And you'll see coming up on the left that we spoke about earlier is the second level of the Red Frog Tiki Bar, or that they now just call the Tiki Bar. And if you've been on Carnival before, this is something that everybody wants to see, is coming through this area. Not the soft serve ice cream machines, but Guy's Burger Joint. It's always a hit on pretty much any Carnival ship. And something else to know about Guy's Burger Joint is they do have melted cheese as well. So if you want some cheese fries, just ask them for some fries and some cheese to go on it. Straight ahead is Club O2. Now that's going to be for the older teens between the ages of 15 and 17. And remember to call me first if you want to book a cruise on Carnival Celebration or any cruise line. I will guarantee you the best rates on all cruises. Call me at 980-224-2207 to discover the best rates on all cruise lines. And a quick stroll up this side, and we're going to go back up to deck 18. But first, we'll take a look overlooking the Tides pool on deck 17 towards the rear of the ship here. Now, if you haven't been on an Excel class ship yet, they've all got what's called the Ultimate Playground. And you see the blue track in front of us, that's for Bolt, the roller coaster on the Excel class ships. Here's a view of the beginning of the Ultimate Playground. This is where kids love to be. They have mini golf on both sides here. And as we get around this pole, you can take a look in at Carnival Waterworks. They've got 3 water slides, splash pad, and not included in those 3 water slides, they do have mini racers too for the younger kids that cannot go up on the bigger slides. On this ship, they do have 1 mat slide, 1 body slide, and a drop slide as well. If you're interested in trying out the roller coaster, Bolt, you'll take a seat on that car and see if you fit. You do have to be 52 inches and a maximum of 250 pounds. They will measure you and weigh you before you get on to make sure that you are eligible to go on Bolt. To ride on Bolt, it is $15 per person. You get 2 laps around the track, and they always have a special of buy 2, get 1 free. So if you're a family of 3, it's perfect. You only pay for 2, and you get all 3 riders. If you look up there, you can see part of the ropes course. But first, we'll take a look here at Sports Court. During the day, you'll have a lot of teens out here playing basketball, and they also have soccer nets if you're into playing some soccer. And the ropes course on the Excel class ships is pretty neat as well. Kids like on the other side, there is a zip line on this ropes course too. Some more cornhole boards, some ping pong, and they do have the elevators here coming up on your left. These are the midship elevators, and they do come all the way up to deck 18 here. We're not going to go past it in this video, but if you make the left there, that is the entrance to the ropes course. Go up the set of stairs, it'll be right in front of you. For now, we're going to go back down here onto deck 17 for a couple other things. I don't usually take video of the decks that are all just cabins, but a place that we didn't see was Camp Ocean for the younger kids between the ages of 2 and 11. And they are down on deck 4 next to the Family Harbor rooms and the Family Harbor Lounge. But straight ahead of you there is where you'll have a DJ overlooking the pool for all of the parties that they'll have on Lido deck. And if we go into the midship elevators here on deck 17, we're going to come to the other kids camp called Circle C, and that's going to be for kids ages 12 through 14. And here's a look into Circle C and the warehouse, which is the arcade on board. Now in the arcade, the machine's there in front of you. You can buy a game pass, and when you purchase that pass, you're going to get a few extra credits for your money. This is another kid's trap though. You give your kids some money to go spend in the arcade, it can go by very quickly. And these are your prize redemption stations. It's all automated. They don't have to talk to anybody, and it dispenses whatever prize they choose. And as we leave the arcade here, again, remember, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share with your friends that are looking to cruise on Carnival Celebration. And as always, happy cruising.